Let's get it. The name is Law Nation. Cowboys Center of Attention. Brought to you by Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. Plus, we got a new edition of a center that was signed to the practice squad. And as well, as we're going to talk about Cowboys versus the Bears and what needs to happen in order to fix it. But as this room fill up, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time. Tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Sharing is caring. And if you did so, put HBO in the chat. HBO! Where my HBOs at, baby? If you don't know what HBO is, I don't know who you are. 5, 4, 3. Come on. Come on with it. Stop all that crying, Giants fans. It's over with. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Watch how it go. Watch how it go. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate each and every last one of you all for rocking with the nation. They say, ain't no party like a cowboy party, the longest intro in the land. And I do it so that people can jump in. I get every time. I love it when I hear the newcomers come in. Can you get to the conversation, man? Can you get to the point? I love it, man. I love when I make some people mad. You know, they need to be mad, you know. But at the end of the day, the Cowboys are 1-1.
What's your point?
Jerry.
What's your point?
Jerry.
Okay, so what?
Yes, Jerry, all right. God dog. I'm going to get to it, Jerry. All right, so we are 1-1, not 0-2, right? We won a game, and that is something to be happy about. It's the middle of the week. Happy hump day to all of you all. And this year we are kicking back a lot of few other things. Before I go further into these conversations, I forgot to do this right quick. And we partaking in on a new role, a new vision, a new thing. And I want to be able to have you guys to be a part of it, because tomorrow, if you are in the Dallas area, especially in Arlington, we will be having an event here at Smoke Chemistry for the grown folks, maybe hit cigars and stuff like that. But where we will be at is not in the cigar area, but we'll be over there where the lounge is at. And it's going to be for tomorrow. It's going to be Cowboys and Chill. My brother from another mother, no other, don't look like Danny Glover, but keep it cool with us, is going to be Clarence Hill and Jesse Holly. We will be at the Smoke Chemistry. That's 1003 North Collins Street, Arlington, Texas, right? You can literally see the stadium right behind us, and we will be there, hosted by Clarence, produced by Law Nation. I got a full team that we're going to bring forth some great things for you guys. So be sure, if you are in the Arlington area, or if you are close to the Dallas area and you want to see some great entertainment, good food, good drinks, good environment, good vibes, good people, man, don't meet me there, beat me there. At 7:30, we will have a guest player every Thursday. We'll rotate these players, but the first guest that we had was last week. We had George Teague But, it was such a short notice we couldn't get things going. But this week we have Jesse Holly. You have my guy, my brother from another mother, man. So we're going to be spitting and talking real good Cowboys conversations. So be a part of those type of things. And I really appreciate you guys as we continue to scale and grow and continue to develop all of our conversations, right? Yes. Oh, no. Dak, Dak owns, he says, send Jalen Carter to prison. I'm a Hennessy guy. Clarence, he's a Crown guy. So, yeah. I'm trying to switch Clarence over to the Hen, but he don't want to listen in. That's just for what it is. And Jesse, he's going to be drinking juice or something like that or some water. But neither here nor there. Enough of that. Appreciate everybody for jumping in and tuning in. The Cowboys got a game coming up versus Chi-Town, right? And there will be a situation and scenario that things we have to worry about, right? But before we go further into these details, I just like to say, let's give a round of applause to the player of the week. And he got the golden foot. Let's bring him up. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Tom Downey, man, one of my guys. Just had a newborn. Appreciate him. It states here, player of the week, NFC Special Teams. Put your hands together.
What's your point?
Hey, hush, Jerry. I got control now. I'm your captain, Put your hands together for the golden foot, man. Hey, I got to figure out how to get me a 17 jersey. I don't wear other players' jerseys, but this guy right here, maybe we get a 17 jersey to give it away to the people, man, because 4 for 4, 64 yards the longest, 4 for 4 on the extra kick or extra, pat or PATS, whatever, 16 points. Shout out to Brandon Aubrey. One more time. Tequila law. Yeah. Now tequila is a whole lot better for you. For those who drink tequila, it's better for you. Less sugar, less sugar. But I think the Hennessy keep my beard growing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just keeping on to the hen. Or Sweet Beats. You guys see my Sweet Beat as vegan vodka. Really good for you, right behind me. So let's get it. Cowboys, Marv, Real Talk, salute, appreciate you. From Birmingham, Stallions, appreciate you by way of Winfrey, not Oprah, All right, so let's go over the details right quick. We're going to pull up PFF. We're going to look at our team, of course, the Dallas Cowboys. We don't like the Cowboys at all. We don't. We definitely don't like them. We don't like the Cowboys. We love them, right? And we want what's best for our boys. And let me see. Oh, I got to talk about this in a few. Yeah. We talk about the new center we signed, but, he's going to the practice squad, so no need to rush over there and talk about that. All right, so Cowboys overall, we're 17th. 16 points in 2 weeks by the kicker is crazy, Gil. Yeah. Shout out to the kicker. We needed them 16 points. Offense, we're 10th. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that we will have top 3 offense. Put a 10 in the chat if you think we're going to stay right there. All right, defense 29th, special team 30th. And I know a lot of people got confused of reasons why we're 30th and we got the guy with the golden foot. Well, it's much more to being able to kick field goals. It's also your punts, your coverage, the escapabilities that you will have, and your gunner. We don't have those good things yet, and we haven't spring one for a long return yet. So that's why we rank 30th. There's 29 other teams better than us at that spot, but I can guarantee you there's not 29 other teams with a better kicker. I can guarantee you. You can book it, right? Far as defense, show of hands if you got a chance to see the Skywalker Steel video on his film breakdown, his film assessment. It went viral far as some of the clips or what have you. Shout out to Bubba Dub, but Bubba Dub went off on Trayvon Diggs. He's my guy. He's my homie, man. We got business partners together. We do a lot of work together. And Bubba Dub went at it versus Trayvon Diggs. And I get it. I want these players, if I can advise them, to do one thing. Don't read the comments in the comment box. Don't get into your feelings, because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we are fans. They are professionals. And there will be some times, and there will be some strong times that we're going to not look like what we supposed to look like, especially when you have a new offensive coordinator, a new defensive coordinator, a new philosophy and principle. We got mans that's down like Bland. Nobody thought that Bland would not play this week and all of this stuff. So you building the plane while it's flying, and that's why we got these type of situations. But before I play this audio, I just want to let y'all know that I'm team football player, right? But I also team criticizing. I think that you need to criticize at times, right? And, okay, my guy John Machota is showing us something. But before we go into those details, let's look into this, okay?
Today, y'all, I got a DM from a Dallas Cowboy player. Yeah, and it wasn't even Dak. All the years I can say, man, you know what, the Dak and all this and that, it's not personal. But today it got personal from Trayvon Diggs, y'all. Oh, y'all, the starting cornerback.
Yeah. All right, so I forgot they got some words in here. So you lame a naysayer, you know, since you are in your feelings, I'm going to trash you HASS all year, right? And then he says you're going to have to get things going, key, offer him tickets to the game, but you mad at a threat and threaten him and all of this stuff. I'm not going to read it for word. I'm going to let Bubba Dub do it. But I'm just telling y'all right now that all of this stuff should be resolved down the stretch.
The star player of the Dallas Cowboys in my DM. Look at it. Check it out. Look what he said to me. The boy even threatened me, y'all. I thought the people from the other day was threatening me. Now the Dallas Cowboys crying. Yeah, in my DM.
Yeah.
Coolio from Gangsta Paradise looking at. Glow in the dark. Gums looking ass. I run like I got weights on my ankle looking ass. I can't cover a bedspread looking ass. I call you a hot Cheeto because you always getting flamed looking ass. Out of 140 quarterbacks in the NFL right now, Trayvon Diggs ranked 107. Hot garbage. Now we got 15 more weeks in the NFL, y'all. Cowboy, we got 15 more weeks, and I'm on your ass like back pockets, fam.
Hey, low key. hey, before we go further, man, Lord have mercy. Hey, that's a bar. That's a bar right there. I'm on your ass like back pockets. Trash. Oh, my gosh.
I'm going to buy you tickets to the game. Damn them tickets. You think I want to come to see you, Otis? Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis, and you know.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Run like I got fluid in my knees looking at. I can't cover nobody looking at. Crybaby looking at. Cowboys, fans, listen up. If this man worried about me, we in a world of trouble. Jerry Jones, you traded the wrong man. You traded the wrong man. This is who you need to trade. He was just in the news crying to Jerry Jones.
Jerry, please sign Clowney.
Know why he's saying that? Because he can't cover no damn body.
Man, all right, so here's what we got right here. The part that he said at the end was the part that pretty much said the most. If he's worried about a comedian, he's worried about the wrong thing. I get it. These players are young. You're 25, 26, right? You playing a whole professional career, right? And what I'm getting at is that let's not get unfocused. The focal point should be, all right, what can we do against the Chi-Town, Chicago Bears, right? How can we stop a doomsday, or however you say that, Rome, a doomsday, and how he won't be bums away down the field, right? And DJ Moore, who I really like to see. Also, look at the super chat from You Got Us the Poet.
You Got Us the Poet, $5. This is just further proof that these athletes be reading the shish asterisk we say about them. Y'all be nice loudly crying, loudly crying, loudly crying.
Most certainly. Those certainly. And not just that they read these comments and they see these videos. They get in their feelings. And you can't answer to everyone, right? You got to look at it like it's me against me. It's me against me, because anything can deter you away from your profession. Because at the end of the day, when I ask,
what is your profession?
It's all war, man. You know, that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be war when you get into this. Not what the talking heads are saying, not what the 3-letter, the 4-letter networks are saying. Because at the end of the day, you're supposed to be happy about your win, but you discount your own win when you start thinking about other things. Ain't this right?
Yeah! Miles Sanders on touchdown! Yeah! Pick and Dag on touchdown! Yeah! 44-yard field goal! Yeah! 64-yard field goal! Yeah! Javante on touchdown!
That's what it's supposed to be about.
Miles Sanders on touchdown! Yeah! Pick and Dag on touchdown! Yeah! 44-yard field goal! Yeah!
You know what? You know what? I got it. I'm gonna make me a new chat. You know what I'm saying?
Spartans! What is your profession?
What's your profession? Yeah!
Javante on touchdown! Yeah! Miles Sanders on touchdown! Yeah! Pick and Dag on touchdown! Yeah! 44-yard field goal! Yeah! 64-yard field goal!
Yeah!
Javante on touchdown!
I can listen to that all day, man. As much as I give Jerry Jones pain and I give him a hard time, that's the facial expression that you guys want, you know? Like, that feels good. Yeah, we got some things that we got to take care of, but you got to make sure that you leave out all of the negativities, man, and just stay positive and rooted in. Football games are hard to win, let enough. And then on top of that, we know it's a brutal sport. For the guy that asked me what's my Cash App, here it is right here. That's my Cash App. It's $Laws Nation. You know, put that S in there. And let's get things moving and grooving from there, man, and help a brother out from there since you're asking. And that's on the Facebook side. But if you really want to get the information for the nation, always click in the link in the description box. It'll give you all of the detailings there so that you can get things moving and grooving. So that's what I wanted to say. Also, there's footages of that John Machota got, and we're going to pull that up before we get into film. Boy, we got it. I'm going to try to get this show going, but, you know, I always stay 2-3 hours with you guys. So, and that's because we got other channels and stuff. I tried to go live at 11, but I saw the Cowboys, what's they call it, the break on the Cowboys website, and we was watching that together. And shout out to my guy, my big homie, my little big brother, Vach Lombardi. He doing a great job over there, as well as Brian Broaddus and all of those boys. But when I look at this, I'm sitting here like, why he picked number 42? Why he just couldn't stay with 96? I'm just weird that way, but at least he didn't pick number 11. Oops, did I say that out loud? Nobody wearing number 11. No, look, they reserving number 11. Ain't that something? But neither here nor there. That is the new addition, Jadeveon Clowney. They stated that he will be out at the game, and he should be activated like the perm. You know what I'm saying? Versus the Chicago Bears. Now, I know they're gonna have to move him in slowly and get things moving and grooving from there. Fowler, you know, number 13, he's been a mishap for us so far. I think the world of Fowler when he was here and then he left and then he came over there to the Washington team. I thought he was the ops, but he had performed pretty well. Then he came back, and I'm sitting here scratching myself like, hey, Fowler, what are you doing? You know, and it is for what it is, Cowboy Nation. Emmanuel Coleman says, Law, if we got good pass rush going, that would help the DBs and the safeties.
Take the money out!
Nobody can come closer than close. Yeah.
I agree.
Original, they never will be.
I flat out agree. And pass rushes are very hard to come by. It's not an easy task to deliver there. So, yeah, you're right. Pass rush is the cheat code to everything, especially, and I'm not going to bring up the other guy that left this team, but let me switch it over to this. You got some burners there. I like all of their wide receivers. Zacchaeus, he's neither here nor there, but I like Luther Burden when they bring him in. I banged the table really hard, pause if necessary, for DJ Moore. I wanted him with the silver and blue with the star on the side of his helmet. I thought that he was a good physical wide receiver, attacked the ball while it's in the air. Of course, right now he don't have the best of the grades there, but bump them grades, baby. Bump them grades. I think that he can be a focal point in this team or versus this team if we don't challenge him. What we can't do with this DJ Moore is allow him to get free releases. You cannot allow him to get free releases. He's 5'11", 210, the closest thing that I've seen to Steve Smith, not the one that do the commentary. I'm talking about Steve Smith Sr. That's what I got him as a comp for. He will embarrass you, and I really need this guy to be pressed. I don't want him coming off of his jams. I don't want him having free releases and these sorts of things. And, yes, you definitely can't sleep on Zacchaeus, but I'm saying he's your lesser of the impact out of these guys. But as you can see, hey, he ain't no one to sneeze at as it relates to his skill set. He's 5'8", 193 pounds, but he plays a whole lot bigger and better than that, right? And he's a former, he used to play for the Washington team. He used to play for the Eagles as well, as I believe. So he been bounced around from team to team. But I can tell you that he is one of those guys that you have to be worried about if you allow him with free releases. For the life of me, I want us to be a physical defense. I cannot stand finesse. I can't stand finesse defenses. And he's really good. Cole Kmet, he's really good. So what happened here is that this 6'6", 260-pound guy, he was drafted in the second round. What you don't want him to do is have what we call free spots in the middle of the field. We can't have this again. We should desire to make sure that we have somebody that can counter. What is your counter? How can you counter this? Can Clark do it? My answer to that is no. Can Murray do it? My answer to that is no. Can Sanborn do it? My answer to that is no. None of these linebackers can cover. You know, they can't cover nothing. And if somebody said can't cover a pillow, a bed sheet, bed spread, can't cover the spread, can't cover none of that stuff. But you know what they are? They can stop and run. They can fit. They can shoot through gaps. They can cover these type of areas, but they just can't cover. Also, with that being said, last but not least, Rome Adumze. That kid got a high upside. Former first-round pick, 9th overall. I'm telling you, you don't want this kid to get going. You don't want him to get going at 6'3", 215 pounds. Y'all can put his 40 time in the chat. He gets separation. He gets separation. So Elam, he's another guy that he's been listening. He got eardrums to the streets. So he made a statement just the other day, too, talking about, y'all talking about me. You can't cover this and can't do this and can't do that. Well, Elam, hush. Let your play on the field do all the talking. Because right now, Coach Matt Eberflus got you playing right here, and y'all still getting burned. So what I'm saying is, and even when you did play press, you had issues with Darius Slayton. All three of these wide receivers better than Darius Slayton. All three of these guys are better than Darius Slayton. Now, I'm not saying that we don't have a chance at this, ladies and gentlemen. Let me pull up PFF again. PFF, and let me pull up the Bears. Because this should be a game, this high-scoring game, because they the 31st ranked defense in the National Football League. 30 teams better than them, and we are one of them, right? And we should be able to sling that ball all over the field and be able to baptize them in the mighty name of Air Prescott, because what should happen is that we stretch out this field, make it difficult for them to do X, Y, and Z. And on top of that, if you're looking at their weaknesses far as what they can and can't do, let me flip it around here. Oh, no, we can stay here. This is terrible. This is terrible for me to say. But can y'all hit that like button? Hold on, before I go into detail, let me see. Oh, man.
It's an evil world we live in.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
You mean to tell me only 142 people watching and 56 likes? You mean to tell me that you guys are not enjoying this content? Okay, I see 288 people watching. Okay, and only 100 likes. Come on, man.
Shame.
Ray!
Shame. Shame.
Yo, hey, Dak, owns send Jalen Carter to prison. Now, it's lunchtime for me, and I'm a little hungry. Should I go grab some lunch and just come back a little later on, Dak? Let me know in the chat, man. You know, because I thought y'all cared about me, man. I thought y'all was worried. I thought y'all worried about me, man. I thought y'all. Shame.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
All right, well, we can get things going. Okay, yeah, my feelings not hurt. Okay. And I'm talking only football today. I ain't talking about soccer or nothing else. Come on with it. All right, so let's go ahead and get to it then. Let's get to it. Let's start off first and foremost. I think Brian Baldinger does a great job on his film assessment, and he does it such a weird way that the algorithm of the people that try to take videos down from the YouTubes of the world, that they don't even really hate. You know what I'm saying? So, but before we go into Brian Broader's film, not Brian Broader, but Brian Baldinger, the Bryans, the BBs. Before we go into those things, let's just pay a little water bill right quick. You know, let's pay a bill, you know, a light bill, a water bill, a gas bill. Let's play one of these.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using the code LAW. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
No doubt. Download now. Get $100 deposit. Match up to $100, man. So you put money in and you get money back, right? So and that's all the way up to $100. So, and then when you use code LAW, the easiest code to remember, it's a plus for us, right? And it's a plus for you. Let's get this going. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear audio.
It was clear that a big part of the Bears' game plan was to limit the effectiveness of Aiden Hutchinson. So Odunze, who had caught 2 touchdown passes, is busy trying to block him right here, along with Wright and Jackson. Meanwhile, over here comes Muhammad winning his one-on-one and getting to Caleb for a sack.
And y'all see that? So you got to take advantage of that. And a Doomsday, you can see that he can be an inline blocker at 6'3", 215 pounds that can run really crazy, right? So what I'm getting at is that we got to take advantage of those situations, but pay attention because all of this stuff is not easy to do.
Team effort. Right now, here he is. He's going to beat Loveland right here with a swim. Then he's going to beat the tackle right here. And now he's going to chase.
That Aiden Hutchinson, man. Why we couldn't get that Michigan guy? Look at this kid. Is that Aiden Hutchinson? Who that is? Who that is? Y'all let me know who that is right there, man. That's an alien Hutchinson, you know.
Loveland right here.
Whoop.
The
Whoop.
swim.
Why'd you hit him with this move?
He's going to beat the tackle right here. And now he's going to chase. And big part of that chase right there is Caleb just carelessly throwing this ball up. And Kirby Joseph comes down with the interception. That's because of Hutch. Then
come on, Jadavion Clowney. Can you do that for us, man? Oh, my God. Hey, and here's another thing. Pass rush helps DBs. So what will happen, what happens here, when you have pass rush, it doesn't matter how terrible your DBs are. You can't even really grade them or evaluate them, man. Come on. Hey, I like Sam Williams, Max. But Sam Williams, it'll take him another 10 years to have those combinations of movements and spins and knowing how to disengage and get upfield and these sorts of things. I thought that what made Sam Williams such a special weapon is his speed to power, and he just such a unique size, right? But you take away that, he just Sam, man. And I'm not beating up Sam. He's my guy. He's my guy. I'm just got to tell it like it is. So for what I'm saying is that recovery, maybe he's another 3 to 4 months away or a whole year away from seeing that speed, that burst acceleration. All right, but let's watch this play again. And that's why I was telling people, pass rush helps out your secondary. You can have Dono. Hey, man, don't say nothing, Dono. Sit down over there. Sit down, Dono. Sit down. Sit down. Don't come hit me. You don't say you ain't gonna be that silent assassin over here on me, man. You know, Dono, heat sickle and missile and all of this stuff. But what I'm saying is that you can have awareness in the backfield like a Dono, and you can catch interceptions like this.
Loveland right here with a swim. Then he's going to beat the tackle right here, and now he's going to chase. And big part of that chase right there is Caleb just carelessly throwing this ball up. And
that boy threw it to a C. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Kirby Joseph comes down with the interception.
Yeah.
That's because of Hutch. Then you get this right here. Here he is. If you leave him one-on-one, this is what Hutch is going to do.
Woo!
Like he's going to turn that edge, and he's going to get his first sack. Probably felt great. First sack since October 13th of last year. But you can only kind of control his effectiveness. Here you take DJ Moore out of the play, and here he is chasing Caleb right now, you know, enforcing that errant throw over the middle of the field.
You know what? It just hit me. Maybe I'm giving too much excuses for Sam Williams. Because Aiden Hutchinson had his leg jacked up during the season, right? Ain't they coming back from the same injury? And I'm not trying to compare Aiden Hutchinson to Sam Williams, though, by the way. You know, let me know what injury did Aiden Hutchinson have, right? And that brother don't look like he had anything. I can't even use that as, hey, man, maybe a year, maybe 2 years. Look, maybe I'm being too nice. Am I being too nice? Am I being too nice, y'all? Or am I being too nice? Let me know. Let me know, because it just hit me like, man, did this dude just come off of an injury? It don't look like it. They didn't have the same injury? Or was it a different type of injury? I don't have time. They both was on the legs, right? Sheesh. Okay, he just broke his leg. It's better to break it. Okay, broken leg is different from a ACL, right? Okay, good. Woo, that boy, it looked like he got better. Shoot. Yeah, Sam tore his knee, okay. And this brother looked like he ain't nothing happening to him, though, you know.
It's one play after another that he affected. Such an emphasis right here. You can see it right now. Like, there's no reason for this guard to be just jumping out to double him, and you leave the center out to dry, and Tyleik Williams tips the pass. It was, Hutch was on his game, so was Branch, 2 forced fumbles. The defense dominated.
All right, so the defense dominated. So can we give the Bears that type of fit? Sam was the cause of the interception in the late game. This is my guy, R. Williams. So what I'm saying is, if Sam can continue, I just think that Sam probably would take it probably, because this is a contract year for him. If he can give us 10 sacks, boy, you're going to have some contract negotiation going. And please believe this is not me being negative toward my guy. Don't y'all do that. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy, Sam. Yeah, y'all be like, man, Law, you be protecting these boys all the time. No, I'm just calling it for what I can see as far as how we can get better pass rush, how we can get better situations as it relates to this, and how we can take advantages of these situations. How can Sam going up against Wright, or you flip him to the other side, going up against Jones, can he create these same things that we saw what they were doing against the what the Detroit Lions were doing against the Bears? How can we replicate that? Let me go to their 12 personnel. So they got Loveland in, they got Komet. Both of these got Loveland is supposed to be a really good tight end himself. He was drafted in the first round. Another Michigan guy, you know. Gene, you know. So let's see what these guys can do here. All right. So no hate towards him. You know, just me talking about these things, man. So we're gonna go to the next slide, the next video, and we're gonna get things going from here.
Whether this is a little thing, but it's a big thing for the Bears. This is 4th and 5. All right. So let's watch the offensive line here. Whether this is jet protection, which is a slide, or whether it's pocket protection, there's no reason for Jonah right here to slide out to Hutch and to leave Dahlman on an edge right there, especially if he's helping out Tooney right here on the one technique. This thing should be tight. Like, nobody should be leaving anybody. And the result is the rookie, Tyleik Williams, gets his hands up and blocks this ball down, which is going to go to Zacchaeus probably for a first down. It's probably going to win.
Right.
They seem to have a good connection. But this thing should not be this loose. There shouldn't be this right here. There's no reason to leave your center right there. It's a little thing, but it's a big thing.
We need that to happen again. I need for Kenny Clark, Osadigi Ozua to beat him down. Oh, we need that. And my guy states here, he says Loveland got 0 catches so far. Got to key in on that. And he's still a rookie, right? But when we do these 2 tight end sets, who do you trust to carry that tight end up the field? Do you trust Damone Clark to take care of business? Do you trust Sanborn to carry Cole Komet underneath when they are in these packages, right? Our biggest strength for this Cowboys defense are these two guys. Our biggest strength. And it's a wait and see on whether or not Jadeveon Clowney can be that guy for us. So those are things that we have to see and figure out. But if these guys can penetrate, get upfield through the A gaps, collapse this pocket, keep it 12 personnel all throughout the day because we bring in so much pressure, stop the run on the way, then we are literally in a great spot for all of this. Yeah. Here's the other craziest thing of it all. Caleb Williams, he can scramble a little bit, so we have to be mindful of that, right? So just got to put all of that into points of views and perspectives.
Had a lot of.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Where was I? We saw this. Okay.
100.
How did I get all the way over here? Hold on. Y'all bear with me. We right here, right?
The result is it's another 4th down stop. They couldn't gain a yard in the first half. These stops by downs are like a turnover, and it shouldn't happen.
Yeah. R. Williams says Eberflus philosophy is puke. It's not like we haven't seen this philosophy before. We've seen these type of philosophies before, and we've seen these type of developments before. I think that with Eberflus, he's dealing with a little politics. He need to stand tall a little bit more and say, hey, and it could be his own becoming, right? Murray and Sanborn, I believe, are his veteran guys. Clark is a veteran guy, and I like Clark. But it's time to get the youth out there. Shamar James need to be activated. Mears Leofow, he had 6 reps game 1, 9 reps game 2. So based off of that trend, how many reps he gonna have game 3? What he gonna have game 3? 12, 13, 14, 15? I don't know. But he need more than 6 and 9. Or they say 6, 7, 6, 7. He need more than that. He need more than that. I get it. He's young. He's still learning. But the only way you can learn, the best way, is game experience. I can tell you all day long, man, read this book on how to swim. And you can be a professional on reading books on how to learn how to swim. But, baby, until you get into that water, all what you read ain't going to do nothing for you. But let's talk about the mighty. And I mean just that the mighty Cowboys, the team that's going to win this division this year.
You put up 500 yards of offense and 40 points. The offensive line had a good day. But Dak had a great day, too. He steps up, avoids a dirty pocket, and makes this throw down the field to CD. Like, he was doubled, but he beat the double teams.
Y'all see that? Let me go back again because it started a little bit before I got there. All right. Watch.
You put up 500 yards of offense and 40 points. The offensive line had a good day.
I don't know who. Guyton just get to running. Boy, didn't see what he was hitting.
Dak had a great day, too. He steps up, avoids a dirty pocket, and makes this throw down the field to CD. Like, he was doubled.
I don't like them hits on Dak after the play. Look how they be hitting the dude,
Pocket,
man.
And makes this throw down the field to CD. Like, he was doubled, but he beat the double teams most of the day. Now, this is just power football right here. Like, you watch the combo right here of Booker and Steele. It's excellent. All right, here comes Tyler Smith. All right, good job. And Javonte finds some real room in it.
Man, look how great that was, boy. We talked about this yesterday on Cowboys Collective. Look at that, boy. Squeezed him. Hat on a hat. And then my guy comes around and do a seal. And he's still knifed in there to get small. And Javonte is able to run that all the way back for a tub. Man, that's crazy good, bro.
It's excellent. All right, here comes Tyler.
Look at that. Squeezes down on there. Look how he just squeezed right there, man.
Tyler Smith, all right, good job. And Javonte finds some real room in there for that touchdown. Oh.
And I'm gonna criticize one more time. And you Team Tolbert, I'm just gonna say, at least he got in the way. But Tolbert, next time, I want you to make that brother pay. Tolbert been too nice because he blocked and he was still standing up. Tolbert should have won. Yeah, he should have. He swear, keep your shoulder. He could have. Yeah, he could have just. Ooh, wait. But there's a whole nother conversation.
Good job, and Javonte finds some real room in there for that touchdown, opening touchdown, 30 yards right there on that power football play. Like, watch right here, the two double teams at the point of attack. Like, this is clean. Foot to foot, shoulder to shoulder.
Block.
You got the linebacker washed up in there. Like, Javonte's going to make some yards. He's going to make Paulson and Debo miss. Like, he looks like he's running like he did his rookie year coming out of North Carolina. Now, this is 3rd and 4, but they give Dak time right here.
Yeah.
You see the Giants are going
this.
to try and come after him right here. But Dak has time. It's a clean pocket. And he makes a great throw right there to CD, who's doubled again. But he out-jumps the double team. Beautiful throw by Dak. And then you get down here. Like, you watch this down here on the...
Watch this. Pay attention. Like, this O-line is well oiled, right? They are moving in the right directions how we like this O-line to do. And sometimes I'll be sitting back thinking like, man, oh man, boy, if we were able to have this version of the O-line back when we had a younger guy named Elliott, boy, it would have been crazy for us in a good way.
4-yard line. Like Miles Sanders is going to score. Like they ran the ball for 135 yards. Like
look at that hat on hat.
By Brevin.
Look at these blocks, boy. Look at that. You can put the whole Magic School Bus in between there, man. Y'all see that? You can put the whole Magic School Bus in between those fits right there, man. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah. That is good stuff, baby. Jeez.
Span Ford, Tyler Smith.
And then he had to go there. He had another alleyway.
You could see that Miles Sanders has his jump on. And then 4th and 3. They're down 30-27 with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 4th and 3. You got to make it happen. Look at how clean this pocket is.
Look how clean that pocket is, yo. Yeah.
That can step up and make a great throw right there to Jalen Tolbert. Big play that he made in the game. And then on this, 3rd and 6 right here. 5 one-on-ones. Everybody wins. Dak makes a perfect throw to George Pickens. All they went after are Debo all day.
Yes, indeed. So we definitely moving in the right direction, ladies and gentlemen, on that. Oh, my God. Before we go a little bit further, appreciate everybody, man. If you smelling something and if it's not working out, you got to get in control. And I'm talking about of your odor and beyond. And why not use specialized products that after you wash and clean, that it lasts up to 72 hours. And let me just let them talk about it, or let me talk about it. How about that? Let's talk about control. And first and foremost, I'm talking about control body odor, and that's anywhere. And all you have to do is shop.mando and get $5 off of your starter pack, and that's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go. I use this body wash odor control or body control with Mando. They have the product here, and they also have deodorant that you apply under the arm for 72 hours of odor control. You want to be in control. And speaking of control, they also have the product that you can apply all over the body, the invisible cream, and it also fights for 72 hours. Look, it's all about being in control. And with Mando, man, they control body odor anywhere. All you have to do is shop.mando, get $5 off your starter pack. That's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go and let's stay in control of your odor. No doubt. I had to cut it before MP said something. But, you know, my guy says, yes, Holly says CD was wide open. Yes, indeed. I'm glad he went the way he went, though. Yeah. when Dak throwing the ball, I like it whereas either the receiver can catch it or the outer boundaries, right? And on that play when CD was open, I don't want the ball bouncing up in the air. It gets off of the fingertips and these sorts of things. I'm not beating up CD and it's picked off and stuff like that. I think that Dak Prescott went with the best option. I think that when we get to the red zone, money zone, green zone, or when we are inside the 20, I literally want it to be George Pickens. I think that George Pickens got sure hands. I'm not taking away from wrong button. I'm not taking away from CD there, but I'm glad that he went through his progressions and said, you know what? I see you, CD. He's wide open. Yeah, he was wide. Look, all by himself, right? That's his touchdown. But, man, for the life of me, I'm just glad that Dak Prescott went to Pickens' way. Not to beat up CD Lamb, though, by the way. But a touchdown is a touchdown. And I just don't want a tip ball or drop ball right there. And we talking about CD again. Not to say you can't trust him down the stretch, but I'm quite sure that if teams learn to take that away, right?
Makes a perfect throw to George Pickens.
I like this throw better. Only the outer bounds can catch it, and he can catch it. Pickens ain't going to allow you to go through his body to get it. You know, that's just how Pickens is. Pickens, and I'm not saying that he's 88 playmaker Michael Irvin, but the way he goes for that ball, it reminds me to a smaller degree of him, or to a degree of like Dez or somebody. Like, he's going to shield you out. You got to fight through his framework and body to get to that ball. Like, when you throwing that ball to George Pickens' way, it's either going to be, his new name going to be George P.I. Pickens. Either you're going to personal foul him or you're going to do something, pass interference him, I meant to say, or you're going to figure out a way to try to get aggressive with him, and that's his alley. He got crazy arms. He got long arms. Him and CD Lamb is almost the same height and stature. But man, shoot, give me. He's a possession receiver. That's what RK is saying. Yeah, give me that. Work CD Lamb on other phases of the game, but give me that possession receiver that you know for sure you got to fight like holy hell to get that ball up out of him, you know. So I like that. Not to beat him up. I'm talking about CD, because CD's still my wide receiver one. Right? But you got out there, you got fast cars and you got trucks, fast trucks. I put Pickens in the ramifications of the trucks. CD Lamb is more of a car to me, like a nice Ferrari or Lambo.
Oh, they went after Debo all day. Great job up front.
One more. Y'all ready for one more, Brian Baldingers?
Abdul Carter had a lot of good rushes today. This one from the inside linebacker spot. And he puts a hit right here on Dak Prescott. Can't really quite follow through. And Drew Phillips comes with the interception. I mean, nice job doubling CD Lamb right there. Bracketing him.
True story. Drew Phillips never caught that INT, by the way.
Here. But really, you watch the rush by Abdul here and how he impacted this. He's working one-on-one here with the center. And he gives him a club move and then the pressure.
Let me tell you where my guy, even though he's going to be out for another 4 or 5 weeks here, he allowed Carter to close in on him too much so he couldn't extend. And technically, he couldn't get a hold to his hands into the inside or to his framework to the inside to redirect. And he just –
and then the pressure.
He just too quick with it.
When you see him hit Dak Prescott, you see why this ball didn't exactly go where he wanted. Hitting him right there in the solar plexus. And Dak takes the hit right there, probably lost his breath a little bit. That's a good hit by Abdul Carter. Had a number of rushes just like that today.
No doubt. So that's Brian on that particular assessment there. Cowboy Nation. Boy, we moving right along in a good way. But before we go any further, we just want to be able to make sure that you guys are in the right situation as far as being able to find tickets to games. And I got something for you. How about our new sponsor, Game Time for your mind. You can find tickets all, everywhere, anywhere when you're utilizing this app, or you just go to GameTime.com. And be sure when you download the app or what have you, let them know that Law Nation sent you. And on top of that, you can get prices off, tickets off. Of course, they got the Green Bay Packer game up here. The Chicago game, tickets are starting right at $244. And I think they still have a few available. And they got super deals for $507. If y'all got big money like Elbert and Ghostface Gaming, you guys can figure that out, and buy this ticket. But you way up here up top. But if you got big money like Holly and them, you can buy one of these $1,000 tickets right there. You just click on it and they'll tell you, man. That's where you at right there. Ain't that's right? Eric, old head, young bull. I know you can want to go to the game, right? And you can see a great team play, and they got 2 seats together, and you can go to the game and have a great time. On my dime, when you use promo code LAW Game Time, be sure to check them out and be a part of the winning solution and situation when it's time to go get your ticket. For those who just not tuning in, we will have an event tomorrow that's in the Arlington area. So if you in the Dallas area and you close to the stadium where the Cowboys play, tomorrow it will be me, my brother from another mother, Clarence Hill, and the 4th and Long, Jesse Holly. If you guys are in the Dallas area tomorrow between 7:30 right before kickoff, Smoke Chemistry, that address is 1003 North Collins Street, Arlington, Texas, man. Come on, meet us there, and we will be talking Cowboys and going over details of what the team should do tomorrow. So those are some things that we're doing for the areas here in Dallas. So not only am I in this confines of the studio, we are also outside, baby. So appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in and being parts of these conversations. Before we get things going and opening up phone lines, I just want to know, if you are driving to Arlington, right, and someone else jump a curve or hit your car and smash and ram into you, what you got to do, you got to reach out to all partners. And let me tell you where you can go at from here, because it all begins and starts with.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
There's 214 or 817. All of the threes you can dial. Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers, backed by over a combined of 100 years of experience, powered by Law Nation. Be sure to check us out. All partners, Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. There are other lawyers out there that do personal injuries, but we are the best. Be sure to check us out. And if you can't dial that number, visit FrenkelFirm.com. Someone will be able to assist you from there. Let's get it one way or another. Now, my phone line, my hotline for your mind, 657-390-7391. It's still too early to give me your score predictions. We'll wait till Friday or maybe Saturday to do those conversations. All right, and that is from the 815. You are live on The Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Talk to me.
Can you hear me, Law?
I can hear you, man, loud and clear.
I was hoping I wasn't going to be first, but whatever. I'll go first.
Hey, you the only one in here. Ain't nobody here, just you and I. So,
hey. All these people love talking crazy in the chat, but they be scared to call in. And, Law, you do video chats, and all of y'all people in the chat never show up. Shout out to y'all. Back to the Cowboys. Law, now what you can't do is use my point. I said that yesterday.
What's that?
I think it's a great point to make, but I said this yesterday. If you don't got a D-line, your cornerback's going to look terrible. I mean, they go hand in hand, duh. That I mean, I'm not saying duh to you, Law.
No. I get what you're saying. You know.
No. So I just want to point that out. Diggs. I'm a fan. Now you got some people on here. They'll say no, I am a fan, but then they say other stuff. But Diggs, I'm a fan. What you were saying above the dub, we can't do that. We can't turn to Pusays out here. We can't do that. You gotta keep, bro. You not playing well, and I'm a fan. I said you top 5, but bro, you playing like garbage, trash, big trash. But I believe in you, brother. You can get it together. I believe in you. Even though we don't got Michael Parsons, and a lot of these dumbass Negroes on here with that, Michael Parsons not good. But we gonna go down that road. We got your Davion Clowney. I like your Davion Clowney. I think he's an 8-sack guy, but he's really good against the run. And a lot of these fans, I guess they just want us to stop the run. So he's really good against the run. So I think we're gonna have a good pass rusher. I think he's a pressure guy. I don't really think he's a sack guy. I think he's gonna get 8 sacks. So our defense will improve. We will beat the Bears by like 50. That's not. Look.
Whoa, jeez, by 50.
Law. If we lose to the Bears, we got bigger problems than we think. The Bears. Caleb Williams is lost. I don't know if you've been watching, but that brother is lost. Sorry. Elam, I'm rooting for you, brother, but all that they talking and you trying to back talk or giving up 200 yards, brother, you was out there looking lost. Let it go, though. We got a lot of games to go. Y'all fighting with content creators is crazy. I want to end on this, Law. I want to say this. Gotta say this. We're a good team. I think we got enough talent to make the playoffs. I actually like how we're starting right now, Law, because I think we're going to get better, especially the defense. I think we're going to get better. This is a long season. We are a 10-win team. If y'all quarterback is who y'all say, if Dak is who he say is, we're a 10-win team. I just want to say, look, hey, we should beat the Bears by 50. It ain't. Come on, I'm not going to waste time on the Bears. How about them Cowboys?
How about
them, man? Shout out to Law. Shout out to the nation. And shout out to all these clowns in the chat that never call in. But they love being on here. How about y'all?
No doubt, man. It's Brandon, man. We got some good updates, man. I'm seeing Kevontae Turpin back out there in practice. That means that's – and I don't see no constraints or no restrictions on that. So the three Kings are back 9, 8, 8, and 3. Or 88-9-3 or 388-9, however you want to call those combinations of numbers. Those miles right there, them three right there. And when one is not going, be sure to use the other one. Get them in rhythm. So it's good to see those three Kings there. Shout out to those boys. Definitely can't wait to see what's going to happen with those guys, especially down the stretch. On top of that, ladies and gentlemen, before we go a little bit further into these details of conversations, man, I just wanted to say that the winning by 50, man, that will be wild. If we win by 50, man, from this day forward, anything Brandon say, I would take it as gold, right? But I wouldn't even say, man, even a steak, even a trash can get a steak. I'm not even going to say that. But that is the situation and scenario. Neither here nor there, Cowboy Nation. Let's switch over to Rico from the 984. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
What's going on, Law?
Not much,
How you
man.
feeling today, bro?
Hey, man, I'm well with it, you know.
Okay. For Law, can you do me one thing?
What's that?
I never met you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do me one thing? Is
Depending.
there any way when you get ready, when I'm getting ready to talk, you're gonna get ready to say, can you mute or get them football Dallas Cowboys fans who don't understand football?
You muffling a little bit. I can't hear you that well.
Hello.
Hello.
Hold on. I'm gonna make sure you hear me.
Yeah.
Okay. I think sometimes you be politicking on me. Hello?
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you sound a little bit better now. Now, what you have for me, man? What you have for me?
Okay. Now, I don't think there's no politics when it comes to this defense. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jared is looking bad right now with Green Bay fans. Saying, thank you, Jared. Thank you, Jared. Jared on the hot seat. Like I tell you, when they tell you, I said, Jared, no, this is gonna make or break him. It's gonna break a lot of Cowboy fans. And it's gonna turn a lot of. It's gonna hurt his bottom line. If this don't turn out right, if them draft picks and this season go just, it's gonna kill him. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt his bottom line. So Eberflus, this gonna be on him. Now, Cowboy fans, the ones who understand football, you got a defensive end, a rookie defensive end, DD, who's got to have a running career. Everybody need Michael Parsons. You got Sam Whip coming off a knee. You got what's the other defensive end? The one we drafted supposed to take Tank's spot. I forgot his name.
Marshawn Nealon.
Nealon, that's right. His running curve is still there. And under the new system. Now, Dante Fowler, I don't have no excuse with him. Right now, he robbing us. He getting a free check, in my opinion. Now, and then your secondary. I listened to Cowboys Collective last night.
Mm-hmm.
And Scott Walker had some good points. You sent that good D receiver around free and not jamming him, not redirecting him, and giving him 10, 12-yard cushion.
Yeah.
Man, you could have had Michael Parsons there. I'm not saying he would have got some first, but he won't even gonna get there. You're trying to put a square peg in a round hole. Listen to me, Eberflus. If you want to save your job, and Jared, you want to keep earning your money, in this next year draft, if you're gonna stick to that system, that zone, get the players to fix it. You fit it. And Cowboy fans, we gotta give a learning curve because everybody ain't Michael Parsons coming out the gate. Everybody's not there. It's not there. I'm sorry. Because this last year when we had Michael Parsons, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Detroit whop us? Didn't Baltimore rubbing all them field on us under Mike Zimmer running that new system? Tell me if I'm wrong, man.
I think that, a lot of things, two things can be true. Detroit did routed us, but, this team wasn't by far.
Ain't no but.
Rico, name me a successful coach. Name me a successful coach and a lame duck season. Name me one.
Oh no, but that ain't got to do with that. What I'm trying to say, that don't have to do that with the learning curve. Understand that everything. The root of this problem is Jared Wayne Jones.
Yeah.
The root of it. Yeah, because you got, but I don't want to go there because like every time I go there with you, you cut me off. And look, if I'm messing your money up, I give you we hit D up, and I sing that difference up. If I got to shoot the truth out there too, to the Cowboy fans, because the thing about it is, you keep rotating coaches in and out, and I'm gonna give. I've been wanting to talk to Boss Cowboy because Boss can shoot some realness out there.
Okay.
And a lot of Cowboy fans don't want to hear what he has to say. And the thing about it is Jerry's not gonna get in Matt Eberflus' place. Matt Eberflus, either you got it, either you can go in there and say, hey guys, what do y'all can do? And maybe we can meet together and find a system that can fit these guys, or you can sit there and be a garbage defense like it was a couple years ago when we had Mike Nolan.
All right, so let me ask you this: what's your point? Like what are you trying to convey to the people, the audience? What are you trying? What is your message?
My message is 90% of the problem with this defense is that system does not fit the talent we had, because that same team that looked like garbage with Mike Nolan, Dan Quinn turned around with the same personnel, but he came in trying to play his own cover three. But you know what he said? He said, no, let me find. He said, I got some power. I got guys who can play. Man, he adapted his talent, just like Scott Walker said. But Matt Eberflus is out here. He ran the same stuff over and over again, and them guys did act like they didn't know what they was doing. And Diggs is not 100%, because on one of them deep balls, when he trying to jump, he was jumping off one leg. If you pay attention.
I appreciate you for calling in, Rico.
Knee surgery, and like you said, I'm just busting the truth. And like I said, if the Cowboy country pocket, come see me. I'll make the difference up. I have to shoot the truth.
All right. Yeah. You still shoot me the truth then. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. That's Rico, y'all.
Yeah, I'm shooting the truth. I'm shooting the truth. A lot of Cowboys fans don't want to hear you. I'm sorry.
All right. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to piece together what he's implying. And y'all let me know if I'm wrong, right? Two things happened in 2021. Different than this year opposed to 2020. Mike Nolan, we all know that there was a horrid pickup, and that was a buddy-buddy type of thing. And we had a historically bad defense in 2020. Now, we can either chalk that up as, of course, you coming off of the pandemic, the world was in chaos. You didn't really had to roll over the previous coaching administration to a new coaching administration. Your starting studded Cowboy quarterback broke his ankle into millions of pieces. So that's also going to hurt your defense. Why? Because you got a Ben DiNucci, Andy Dalton, who can read and write. Well, y'all said that couldn't do that, right? That couldn't move the ball. So there's a lot of 3 and outs, which also added more to that detriment of being a horrid defense in 2020. And then when 2021 came around, you playing a worse strength of schedule, right? Because we were pretty much dog water in 2020. You get a unbelievable, generational, talented Michael Parsons, right? That gave you, 12, 13 sacks. People didn't have tape on him. You get a motivated Dak Prescott. You get a second season of a CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper together, right? So it's hard to compare 2021 to this team. When Dan Quinn came into the whole fold, he came in with a wealth of straight impact player like a Michael Parsons. We don't have that here, right? And it's the first start of the season. I don't know where this team is going to be. I'm quite sure when we look at this team and we say everything, yes, they're ranked 29th in defense. 29th in defense. But if you add in MP to this particular team plus a Kenny Clark, I'm quite sure we wouldn't be 29th. And it's still too soon. So what I'm getting at is that we can't compare the two. It's just not. And then this one's not even done yet. So we got to allow Matt Eberflus time. But here's the other part that I have to combat with. Sanborn and Kenneth Murray, there was a finite agenda here. The agenda here was we're going to stop the run. That's been the whole talking point this offseason. We stopping the run. We going to stop the run. So we brought in finally linebackers this season. We haven't had linebackers. We didn't have linebackers last year or the year before that or the year before that. We drafted Michael Parsons to be a linebacker. Believe it or not, D-Law got hurt and we moved him to edge. So we always had a hole at linebacker. So all I can say is, and even with Dan Quinn's defense, guess what? We were ranked top in turnovers, but overall defense, we were still ranked. We haven't, since I've been doing this, and based off of PFF and yards allowed and all this stuff, we never cracked the top 10. But we did crack it in turnovers and takeaways. So we still have issues. And by the way, we still have finite issues on stopping the pass now. We'll see how it unfolds this week, but we don't have pass rush. I got 901, then I got the VIP. Hold tight. So 901, you're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me.
Shout out Law Nation. Shout out Memphis. Shout out Cowboy Nation. I'm flabbergasted over here. I want the Cowboy Nation to calm down and understand this is a week-to-week process here. I rather, like the caller said a couple of days ago, I'd rather us find our way and towards the end of the year us be rough and tough and ready for the a playoff run. We got to see Detroit.
Right.
We got to see Green Bay. We might have to see Philly again. We might have to see the Giants again. Something just don't feel right about the Giants. I think they're gonna get it together, man. I really do. But I just want the Cowboy Nation to calm down. All this criticism. Everybody deserves one bad day at the office.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about the defense. I'm excited about Clowney, and then we get Bland back for Green Bay. Don't sleepwalk into this game like we did last week. I don't think the team was into it. I don't think they were mentally into it. Yeah. Even I woke up at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Oh, we playing the Giants. Oh, let me get some popcorn. And I was like, how can I get hyped for this game? I mean, what are the players thinking? I think the players are going to be ready. And let's get a good win, a good showing, and get ready for Green Bay. That's all I got. 901 in the house.
Yes,
calm down,
indeed.
Cowboy Nation. Calm down.
Yes, indeed. That's my guy, man. You know, whenever I'm down, man, he'll give a shout out, man, and I love that, man. You know, it's very refreshing. You know, but shout out Memphis, Tennessee, but shout out Mississippi. Yeah, shout out to Texas. Shout out to Louisiana. Shout out to Atlanta. Or Georgia. Shout out to Florida. Man, y'all give your shots out, man. I got from the 860 from the VIP lounge, man. What's good with you, man?
No. Shout out the Bronx. Shout out the East Coast. Shout out New York. Shout out man. Shout out us, man. Shout out Cowboy Nation. Hold up. Before I move on, I'm gonna need the respect that you remember when. I know you like the Breakfast Club. That's my family. You remember when a certain person went on the Breakfast Club and said, "Stop playing with my name." I believe his name was Birdman.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to come on here, and obviously, I need you to tag Brandon to that Breakfast Club clip and let him know, B, I'm the octopus. I done warned you. I gave you a pass because you on this show. We supposed to be brothers. Keep my name out your mouth, B. I'm not the one to play with. I'm not the average person. And usually I don't even address people in the streets because I'm OG. You got to talk to one of my youngins before you talk to me. Bro, stop addressing me directly. You heard? Unless you want a fade, unless you want a fair one, stop saying my name. I went and looked you up. B, you don't even have 500 followers. Come on, man. I'm cracking 10K followers. What are you talking about? Who are you talking to? I never in my life said I did not want Micah Parsons. That's what you talking about. You never heard me. In fact, I crashed out about Micah. So what are you talking about? You just come on here slurping. You've never been on a national stage before. This is the first time you got to hear your voice on a national stage. Maybe you should Google me. I'm Googleable. You heard? That's a new name. I'm Googleable. You could Google me, B. So stop playing with my name, man. We here to talk about Cowboy and Cowboy Nation. I done warned you. This is your last. I'm not even warning you no more, B. Because you're going to see when somebody knock on your door and they be like, yo, VIP sent this for you. And it won't be a gift to your twins. So keep my name out your mouth. We here to talk about football.
So what you got for the boys today, man?
Now I'm going to football. Because I don't understand why this guy, bro, you are 5'2". My son is 6'1 3/4. I'm 6'2 3/4. Bro, you don't want this smoke. Stop, man. I don't know why you come on here. Like, I just don't understand why we can't keep it about football, Lord. And that's why I came on. Like, why are you even addressing? I never even said. In fact, my last call, I showed you some love. Like, yo, you were showing my quarterback love. So cut it out, man. We about the nation. This is the problem. This is the problem with our Cowboy Nation. Like, you know, we want to divert. Nobody wants to get to the root of the real problems. We can't talk about racism. We can't talk about my end that we, the best defensive end in the league that we lost. You don't want to talk about him. In fact, you came on here talking about I said we don't want him. So cut it out, B. Just if you're gonna say something about me,
Be 100 with me. Keep my name, keep my bro, 100 grand name out your mouth, and keep my name out your mouth. I'm talking football now. My quarterback is playing at an elite status. I watched the film 3 times like I watched every game. That dime he threw to CD was something that you don't see on no average quarterback. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lord.
Oh yeah, that and then you had to get hit afterwards. Yeah, that was that was nice.
Lord,
yeah.
Lord, the interception he threw was because BB got beat and dude hit him in his chest. So he was still gonna. I had so much faith that he could have still stepped into that throw and dropped that same dime to CD in between those 2 players.
You on the money with it, bro.
I just want, Lord, when they come on here and bash my quarterback, keep that same energy when my quarterback is playing at MVP level. I want you to get on here and show my quarterback some respect, or I'm snatching his respect from you. You heard? Now I'm gonna get to this defensive end. I wanted Clowney way back in his prime. We're getting him at that. Hopefully, we're getting him when he still got a little bit left in the tank. A little bit is better than what we're getting. So I'm going to ride with my boys. I'm riding with Law Nation. When I say I ride, my ride is different, B. My ride don't mean get on here and clown other people. I ride for Law. I put Law on $1 billion stage, on $1 billion show. Outside of his show, out of respect, Law didn't ask me to do that. I do it because I ride for this. So when you say my name on here, B, it sparks something serious. You really don't know who I know. So I'm encouraging you. You love your twins. You want to keep going home to them. Please, B, for the sake of you and yours, keep my name out your mouth. This is VIP. You could Google me, look me up. How about them Cowboys? I ain't a killer, but don't push me, Slurpee.
Y'all gonna have to hit up each other, man. And I hate being the middleman with all of this. All right, so I got the 919, then I got the 469, and I got Big Amish, man. Those are the next 3 callers. 919, what's on your mind? Talk to me.
What's happening, love? What's happening now, Law?
What's up, man?
This is 919, and I agree totally. I'm a big fan of yours. And when I'm in the barber shop, they call me actual and factual. You make me actual and factual because I give them the realistic and the ballistic about my boys.
I love that.
I want to say this, Law. I understand a little bit. I feel like I understand a little bit what Jerry did. And I want to talk about the Micah thing as well as to take me to the defense.
Okay.
I think that Jerry really wanted to sign Micah. I wanted Micah. But when things didn't go the way they should have, I kind of understand what Jerry did. Now, we all as you know, the nation, Cowboy Nation, wanted Micah. And Jerry has a history of talking to his players. I understand what the media want to say, and Jerry ain't got no business going in to talking with the players one-on-one. But one thing I want to say, Law Nation and Law, and I want you to look it up because I saw it on ESPN. They said for the last 20 years, the Dallas Cowboys have had the best as far as drafting players over the history, have been more successful in drafting players than any other team in the nation. I mean, in the league. And one thing that I understand is that we always hear that Jerry wants to re-sign his players. He wants to re-sign his players.
Right.
The players that they drafted. The ones that supersede who they really are. Either they, you know, it is the responsibility of the team to help those players become who they are. And I mean, a lot of the players have it already, but it is the responsibility of the team. And so, yeah, in Micah, now, he didn't only want Micah, and we saw that because he signed Ferguson before he even got, into what he's doing now. He wanted Micah, and he signed Ferguson. He had an idea. I want to sign all these guys. Now, I know what the league says, and I know what the Players Association says. Players Association ain't going to let a player take less because it's going to hurt other players.
Right.
But to CD, because check the record, CD was the next one to get the highest paid. Jefferson signed before CD and got 35 mil because Jerry talked to him and told him, hey, I got to sign other players. CD took 34.5. Why didn't CD get the highest? CD record and the way he was playing and the way the Players Association and the way the league dictate, he should have been higher than Jefferson if it was just another 500,000 more or something. Now, where I'm going with this is this.
All right. Yeah, get to it. Yeah.
Okay, when he had already had a deal with Micah, and when that deal didn't go through, the best thing was to do, because you see how he turned around real quick and signed Duran, turned around and signed Tyler Smith. He already been talking about, before Brendan Arbery had done what he done last week, he had already been talking about re-signing Brendan Arbery. And so he's got an agenda, and he knows what he wants. He wanted Micah, and we want Micah. Now, I got to go to the defense, and I'm going.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
My point is this. The defense from last week, because of injuries, I think that this defense was and can be better. We just need to pump our brakes, take baby steps, but understand the defensive coordinator is going to have to play certain players in their strengths. Wilson is not a safety. He's he's not a free safety. He's really one of those safeties that play up front and help in the run and can maybe play some up close coverage. But he ain't like Malik Hooker. And like that, he's more like a hitter, help with the run and quick hits. And because we had so many DBs out hurt, nobody is talking about how our DBs shut down Philadelphia's receivers. And then with all the injuries, so I'm going
in closing.
About that.
Yeah, in closing. Yeah.
In closing, Law, I would like for you to talk about, I agree with you when you were talking about we didn't have no linebackers. I remember when we didn't have linebackers because Quinn was playing DBs as linebackers. But talk about that, what you said, I agree, and then talk about what the defense coordinator made a few errors, playing people out of position against the Giants, but he was trying to scheme up something, but he did a perfect scheme against Philadelphia Eagles. Talk about that for me.
Most certainly, man. Actual, factual, man. Hold tight. Let me put you in here as that, man. Let me lock you in as that actual, factual Jackson, right? Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Actual.
And factual.
Factual, okay.
You make me that. I get the ballistics and the statistics from you. And on Saturdays and throughout the week when I go to the barbershop, everybody like what I'm saying. And I say, I be on Law Nation. I get the actual factual. I get the ballistics and statistics.
Yes, indeed. Law. Appreciate you, man. Let me hear you say it there, bro.
All right. Shout out to the Law Nation. And I just want to say, how about them Cowboys?
How about them, man, for the 919? Actual, factual, man. That's my guy right there. Good. That boy has some good points, man. That boy has some good points. But I saw you actual, factual. That Eberflus messed you up so bad. You said, man, forget this, man. And I like that. Boy, you played a better bell technique than all of the DBs. Boy, that's you. He said, man, forget it, man. DC, the defensive coordinator. Hey, I get tied up on some words too, man. I got tied up on a word last week or something, man. And I forgot what word it was, but man, y'all killed me in the comments, man. A little Mississippi mistake, but I would rather for you to just run off from that word, bro. That boy said he about to say he couldn't say Eberflus, so he was like, let me know what defensive coordinator. Sometimes you got to pick your battles. Know when you got to hold them. Know when you got to fold them, man. Ballistics is. Oh my gosh, boy, the good hooded channel. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. Look, man. Hey, this something nice, boy. We can laugh about this, man. We don't have to get into no serious talk, man. This is what I like right here. Being able to talk about these type of things, man. Yeah. Yes, indeed, that Mississippi word, man. I got that Mississippi tongue over here. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh my gosh, man! Let me give myself yes, indeed. Let me see how. Yeah, let me see. All right, so hold on, y'all. Bear with me, man. Yeah, let me see. All right, so let me see what I see. All right, let me go in. I gotta talk to my girl right quick. You know, let me see if I can. Let me pull this up right quick because I have to wake her up because she haven't been up, man. And I know y'all having a great time and all of this good stuff. But AI, Tisha, can you do me a huge favor and give me the definition of ballistics, okay? I just need to help me out, you know.
The word ballistics is the study of the motion, behavior, and effects of projectiles, like bullets, rockets, or bombs. Mm-hmm. Here's a breakdown. General definition.
Okay.
The science that deals with the flight, behavior, and impact of projectiles. Types of ballistics. Internal ballistics. What happens inside a firearm from the time the trigger is pulled until the bullet leaves the barrel?
Okay.
External ballistics. How the bullet travels through the air after leaving the barrel. Terminal ballistics. What happens when the bullet hits a target, impact, and damage? It's often used in both military/law enforcement contexts and in everyday slang, where people say, he went ballistic, meaning he got extremely angry or explosive.
So he did use it right, man. According to the street terminology, ballistics with the stats. Yeah, because he shoot. Oh, my gosh, man. Somebody need to start a YouTube page with that name. I'm shooting straight stats at y'all, boy. Y'all better watch out. Kick the ballistics, boy. I see y'all, man. Yeah, y'all actual factuals, man. Y'all better watch out, man. Shoot. Yes, indeed, man. Y'all better leave my guy alone, man. It had me looking it up myself. So that's actual factuals and all of those things, man, when you add them together. But what about projections? What about this right here? When we start talking about projections and being able to push those things forward, right? And Kalshi can do that for you. One of our joint partners with Kalshi, you can not only predict what is going to happen from the politics aspect of it, but you can also predict the climate, the economics, and everything of that nature. And they have it all right here. Let's say, for example, we can type in Texas, and it can give you the information that's around this. Texas, you got college football, you got anything and everything that you can bet upon right here on Kalshi. And when you look up Kalshi.com, use promo code LAW Nation, and they will be able to reward you with money once you download the app and log in and set it up. I think it's $10 towards your cost here. So we can go with 67% or 28%, yes or no. Gas prices in the United States, whether it's going to go up or down, you can go yes or no. And then when you pick out your solutions there, you can put 86 cents towards yes, 17 cents towards no, and put your dollar amount in. And you can create more and more coins, more and more revenue for your pockets just by saying yes or no. And there's a thing called Weather Almanac that you can really use that as a weapon too. And the Weather Almanac been right on money, right on point with everything. So be sure to check out all partners, Kalshi, and use promo code LAW Nation. And let me know once you did it in these particular things. Come on with it. I got the next caller that's been waiting here for a long time from the 469. What's on your mind?
Hey, what's up, Law Nation? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I can't complain.
Hey, coming off that dub, it's always a good coming up week, and now we just gotta get ready for those Bears, man.
Gotta get ready for them.
All right, my two things, and I'll leave you be, man. Real quick, is this defense all fixable with just Clowney being in the realm now? Absolutely not. I mean, you can see there's just more than just getting Clowney, and he's gonna be our savior for everything. And there's a lot of things to fix, especially on the defensive side and offensive side. But it's nothing that it's, panicking, right? I mean, it's simple things that we can clean up, especially with the miscommunication of having those zones, misreads, and everything.
Right.
Because Wilson was just looking lost like a stray dog looking for his owner, man. I mean, he could not cover for anything. So, I mean, hopefully they look at that film, and I don't know who's going to get an earful, but I hope they got it this week.
Mm-hmm.
And my last thing is this. And this is just for fun, right? I'm gonna just give you two trade names out there for an idea, especially just having Matt Eberflus as the defensive coordinator, especially how he runs zone, and he's very stubborn in running zone. If you were to get these two names, Brian Branch from Detroit, he's due for an extension next year after his rookie deal. And you're talking about a instinctual safety that can cover and tackle. I mean, he's one of the top safeties out there in the market. And, I mean, if he doesn't extend with Detroit, or Detroit's willing to trade him because I think they already extended Kirby Joseph, that's something to think about. And then, of course, you have that rumor about Dexter Lawrence being unhappy with New York. And who wouldn't be happy with New York, right?
Right.
I mean, you have the draft capital to do it, but it's if you're willing to do it. And this is what I'm willing to do. I mean, if you give me your thoughts, if you get Dexter Lawrence and maybe like a 5th or a 6th round with him, you trade, like, let's say Osa,
right,
this year 1st, this year's 4th round, and next year 6th, then you're willing to, like, hey, I'm putting my chips in to put where my mouth is and get a generational talent. And, shout out to Scott, he was mentioning, but man, you put Kenny Clark, Dexter Lawrence in your middle of your defensive tackle room. I mean, you're talking about us having no talent in that room to having one of the two best at it. And that's all I got, Law.
Man, yeah, I love that, man. You get that. That'll be a whole different identity pool right there. I'm not sleeping on Osa right now. I think a lot of people are discounting Osa. I gotta give him a little bit more time. But let me see what Osa been doing, because I think Osa is going to be solid this year. And we're seeing it. Yeah. He's solid. 3 total tackles, 4 assists, 5 pressures so far, 1 hit, 4 hurries. Yeah. He just got to get his sack productions up. But I one thing I can tell you, what Osa improved in on this year, and I know we don't do grades or what have you, it's Costco sample size. Like I was telling even on Cowboys Collective, 1 game is okay, all right. 2 games, hey, what's that? 3 games that's when you can start doing the trends. It takes 3 to do a trend, right? You make 1 shot, yeah, it's cool. 2 shots in a row, man, you lucky. 3 shots, okay, now you shooting. So we would know more about this team on the 3rd game, right? And then we'll know more and more about this team when we get a full quarter out the way, right? But we can do our projections and all of this stuff. But normally we don't go by grades or what have you. But by Osa having a 70.8 on run defense, that's his highest. That's his highest, you know. And I know his overall grade is not nothing to be really praising around. But right now it's still too soon. And what I don't want us to do is throw the baby out with the bath water. I like Dexter Lawrence. I think that he would be good for the Cowboys to fit right on in. Do any of you guys got Kenny Clark's contract? It's what, a year, 2 years, something like that? We know that Dexter Lawrence got another 5 or 6 years in him at least, you know. So Osa is feeding off of Kenny Clark. Yes, and that's complimentary. Like, when we look at this team, look, I'm going to pull this chart line back up one more time. Let me see if I can really get to it, to what I'm trying to convey here, or what I'm trying to say. And when we really look at this team, and I know, shout out to my guy for the 901, man. When he said, shout out Dallas, shout out Memphis, shout out, you know, my guy, you know. When we really look at this team, and we're going to go here, we're taking our time, you know, still practicing. New scheme right here. Boom, 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 boom. When we really digest this team, and there's colorful charts. If we fix the linebacker room up, we okay. And let me see if I can do myself a favor right here. And since he already had, and I know YouTube be sniping, right? And it's difficult this way. And I just want to show Case. It's not going to play the video, but I'm just going to load it up on here. Y'all get what I'm saying? Let me load it up on here. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. We're going to just load it up on here.
Week 1.
We're going to load it up. Boom, 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 boom. Let me see if I can find it right here. He is somewhere right around here. Okay. Let me just do it this way then. Y'all can see that on your screen. Shout out to Skywalker. We're going to go like this. We're going to go right here. If we just correct this middle field, man, I think that's where we ultimately are having our little issues at far as coverage. It makes it too easy for these guys to be able to shoot through the middle of the field, and that's another problem here. You know, of course, he talked about this opening right here, like that pocket, like Russell can climb. He can just throw whatever he want to throw. But he talked about 59, like he stopped his feet. Slow feet don't eat and all of this stuff. And I get it. I absolutely understand when we look at these things. We have to know that these guys are definitely not cover linebackers. I just showed you guys a picture of Overshawn working. I think that if the Cowboys make a move like, and I'm being real with this, it was a couple years back. The Ravens, they realized the identity. They already know their identity. It's a physical defense. And even though they had 40 points scored on them week 1 or what have you, I had to get all of that. But they know the core of their defense. They know that they needed a linebacker. Can y'all tell me what they gave up for Roquan Smith? I really think that from this defense to be really known, we are probably like a Roquan away. I think I saw somebody put in the chat, Fred Warner. If we had like a Fred Warner type, ooh, and we may have it right here, Mears Learfowl. Same set of circumstances. Fred Warner played safety in college, got to the pros, D'Amico Ryans was like, hey, we love your instinct. We love your capability to cover and hit. We're going to make you a linebacker, right? Put on by 5 or 6 pounds. Mears Learfowl, he went to Notre Dame to be a safety. Of course, he made that transition and that switch a whole lot sooner. Y'all hear me out. I think that we got in-house things that we can really put those boys in on the field to be better at that spot. Overshawn, when he got to Texas, they scouted him to be a safety. Put a little pound on, he's still small, but look at his capabilities. Overshawn can play 3 levels. Safety, linebacker, and edge rushing. That's Overshawn. We just got to get him out there on the field. We may have some stuff already here. This is my whole thought track from last night when we were doing the Cowboys Collective. My guy, Foots, man, we love him to death, man. I know, I get the whole conversational piece. I get the argument, the banter back and forth about this and that and these, who's this and who's that. No, Ken Ross. I'm talking about the middle of the field. As far as those DBs, we don't have time to play around. You might have to go get something. I'm just talking about the guys that they need to really put out there. And this is my thoughts on this. When Foots said he would have benched Diggs, right? That's a veteran DB on your team. That message that you would send to Diggs, which will be a good one, but it will be toxic throughout the entirety of the season. Because what happens if you bench Diggs, even though I'm on record saying that he's not 100%, right? If you bench him, then the next guy get burnt because you really got no other options. You bench Diggs, you put the next guy out there, he get burnt like toast. Now how you going to go back to Diggs? How you going to say, well, I made the mistake and let me put Diggs back out there? That's going to be a situation and scenario that is going to cause all type of chaos, right? You might as well, if you bench one of your starters for a guy that's really not proven to be a starter and they look bad, it's going to be hard, ladies and gentlemen, for you to put that starter back in. Yeah. Rowdy Henderson says, if you bench Diggs, he's going to say, hey, trade me, right? What they should have done is they should have told Diggs, we love you, man. We like you. I know we want these games. I know you want to get paid. I know you want to talk about the fact that your rehab was great. It was wonderful. But you are not the starter right now because it's easier to substitute that young guy up out of there to put your veteran guy in versus getting your veteran guy up out of there and putting that young guy in there, So that's just coaching stuff, right? Now, the Bland injury, no one was prepared for that. And I don't know what we be doing in practice for Bland to continue to get hurt in practice, not a game. But it's one of those things that the Cowboys got to really play. They playing with fire. So that's why I was banging the table for the Cowboys to go get a veteran guy to already have him here so that when it's time for Diggs to get out there, you can easily say, hey, it's Gilly turn for right here. We're going to still put you on a snap count because you're not just ready. You know what I'm saying? Smitty says he's benching safeties first. Here's my point on this. Enrico, I hope you're listening. Jerry Jones, outside of Mozzie, right, is like, I need to see my money in. I paid these guys. I need to see these guys out there. And I'm paying you coaches. Put my money out there on the field. I paid Donovan Wilson. I need to see my money in. Or I need to see him get some plays so I can build up his trade stock or his trade value so I can trade him away. That interception was good for him because I create a highlight reel and say, hey, this is what he can do. He had 5 sacks last season. He just caught the game-winning interception to help us win the game last game. Look, I will give you, I want a 4th round or 5th round draft pick if Dono can't fit your particular system. In which I don't think he will fit this particular system. He's a box safety. That's where he's at. He's down inside as a box safety. Deron Bland got D-Law's feet. All right, so here we go right here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. I got Big Amish, man. Yeah, you the last caller of the hour. Man, talk to me.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah.
Yeah, how about them, man?
Yeah, just 2 things I want to bring up. Getting Clowney was a reaction to Dante Fowler allowing Hurts and to some extent Wilson running out the back end.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jones had enough seeing a 36-year-old quarterback run on us.
Right.
But it was the right thing, and hopefully, we know we're going against Caleb Williams here, so he's going to be doing some running. So I see what they're doing, and that makes sense. Hopefully that's going to work out. But he's going to be running the ball. There's no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
But our weaknesses, as you point out, are back end of our defense.
Right.
Whether it's through injuries, and you can't blame Diggs, by the way. I mean, he's playing injured. A veteran playing injured says a lot to his teammates.
Yeah.
Let's not lose that message that it's sending. That if you could play even at 8, but you get out there, that's what it's saying. And I'm sure his knee's like a balloon, even on Wednesday.
Yeah.
After coming back from that injury, so I don't fault Diggs at all. It's the coaching that maybe have to limit him because we also don't want him to get hurt.
Yeah.
So, and then the issue of scheme-wise personnel. Do we have the personnel? Do we have them on the team? That's got to be worked out, and Fluke's got to be flexible enough to see, okay, what's our best product at the back end, and what's our game plan for that team? So with the Bears, I mean, I don't know how that offense is. I've not really looked at the Bears that much, so I don't know what the game plan is going to be as far as doing cover 2. They got to switch that up.
Yeah.
Because we know they're going to exploit what was already exploited. So that's one of the. But the special teams I want to focus on, that has not been a weakness yet. However, our kickoff returns or kickoff coverage as well, and our punt return coverage or punt returns ourselves hasn't been exploited yet or taken advantage. We're last. So I have a feeling that's going to come up big. Not our kicker. We know our kicker is going to be fine.
Right.
And our punter. But it's our coverage and our returns that are going to be the issue. And Sorensen, after we talked the other day, he was like in the bottom half or bottom quarter of teams and special teams when he was with the Jaguars in 2021. So I have concerns that that's what's going to be exploited. That might be the difference maker in the game if it's going to be, if that's going to be a weakness, that's going to be exploited. That's all.
Oh yeah, you're spitting some good stuff, man. It's going to be exploited. I love your assessment on everything. Let the people hear one more time, bro.
How about them Cowboys?
Yo! Yes, it is. That's my favorite. One of my favorite callers, man.
Goodbye.
All right. When we look at this, and I know we get emotionally tied into this. And I see my guy Toxic Tom in the chat. He says, "Stop with the excuses here," and he's right. I think this is me not covering for Jerry. Jerry.
What's your point?
Jerry, hush your mouth, Jerry. Cool.
That's where the guts went. Just dropped them.
All right. So when I look at this pecking order here, you bench Trayvon Diggs, dog. You got C.J. Goodwin. He was hurt. And you got T. Bridges. I don't think that you get any better from there. And that's what John said last night. He says, you bench him, who you going to put out there? You know what I'm saying? No, let's bench Diggs. Like, we are razor blade thin right here. We are literally razor blade thin. I'm trying to call him Twerk Bridges. I call that man Twerk Bridges, boy. His family people all were hitting me up. But y'all get where I'm going, right? Like, this is the fate that the Cowboys decided to do. We got nobody at DBs, man. Yes, indeed. So it's one of those things. Whereas, okay, I get it. Fowler, maybe you rotate Fowler out and have Jadeveon here, right? Donovan Ezeraku, he just ain't ready yet. You know, he haven't seen the flash, you know, outside of week 1. I know it's only week 2, going into week 3. But even within those flashes, they was holding him, you know. So grab him and hold him and grab him. Solomon Thomas, the unsung hero from last game. He literally, if Solomon Thomas didn't create the pressure and the Giants wasn't greedy and they just kicked the field goal, we lose. We 0-2. If the Giants just go down there and kick the field goals, we 0-2 right now, right? But Solomon Thomas created pressure, and the Giants folded when they was inside their red zone. So I give Solomon Thomas some flowers there, and that could be from the simple strength that Kenny Clark was there as well. But the Cowboys, if they're going to move on and get something back in return, you're going to have to get off of some things, right? And getting off of some things, maybe you make it casualties in war. Maybe you sit there and say, hey, there's a roster spot that we can get rid of from Mozzie and get something back in return. Maybe you get another DB. Maybe you bring in a veteran guy. And far as from what I can see from our LB play, I get it. It will be very hard to move on from your veteran guys to put your youth out there. And they laid an egg, and now you're sitting there saying, Lord have mercy, who do I put back in there? And the veteran guy's kind of mad. So I get all of that. It's the same argument. But in my mind, I don't give a dog. I think that Mears Leofow is better than Damone Clark. More potentials than Zach Sanborn. Higher potentials than Kenny Murray. But you got to get him out there. You got to get him out there. And I know it's hard for us to say that, and we're not in everybody's practice, right? Yeah. Solomon played. Solomon. Donovan Wilson is a hard hitter and a solid tackler. He should be moved more to like a linebacker space. Or you can just go, Jerry, rip the Band-Aid off and go get you another linebacker. There's somebody out there that's willing to trade their linebacker away. But I know he don't want to do it. Yeah, I know he don't want to do it. Mears have those instincts, yeah, but he got to get out there on the field is what I'm getting at. And I see what you're saying, Toxic. He got those instincts, but give me those instincts, man. Give me him out there on the field, you know. And this is what the argument right here.
Pull Diggs out the game.
What would you have done with the back end?
I would have sat Donovan Wilson's ass down. I would have mixed up coverages. I would have not had Jack Sanborn running 30 yards down the field.
That's not how coaching works. You put in plays. These guys execute these plays at practice. You just don't say, oh, let me just go to Madden and just change my whole scheme. These guys, if they've seen them do it, if they've done it, but that's not how coaching works. Let me tell you this. If you're a spread team, you just don't automatically get into power or under center. That's why the Commanders don't get under center. That's not how coaching works.
All right, so to Sky's point, and I'm not beating up Foots. Foots my guy, man. We started the very first round table ever in any Cowboy space. Me, Foots, and Joe Rod. And then we added my guy Vach on and beyond, right? So, and then shout out to Shango. Here's what Sky's saying. Not change the scheme, but just put Dono up off the, you know what I'm saying, put him on the bench. You know, that's all he said. That's all he said, not change the scheme. And let me know if I deciphered that wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know in the chat, did I decipher that wrong? Or did he kind of like decipher that wrong himself? Like, we're literally saying, Dono, we like you. You my guy, OG Dono. But for right now, the skill set that you do is not tangible enough for coverage. Yeah.
You see these guys do it in practice. You don't just go ahead. You did the same thing to me. I'm answering your question. Go ahead.
Foots, you're outing yourself right now, Foots.
Outing how?
Because you're a coach.
I
So
am
your
a great one.
biases are towards the coaches.
No, it's not. Diggs should know that, bro. It's not to Diggs is of all players should know I can't let Malik Neighbors beat me. What's so hard to get about that?
Malik Neighbors.
So when things aren't working as a coach, Foots, do you not make an adjustment?
Bro, they have to. I just told you, man. I just told you, man, wouldn't have worked.
I don't think that they have that much
Okay,
confidence
maybe-
in the other
maybe I
guys, or
don't-
they would have put him in.
Yeah,
sure. Maybe I don't have the.
I don't
answers,
think that.
Foots.
I don't think that
I'm not.
Eberflus is going. Dono's a captain. We got to keep him out there. I think that they're like, this is bad, but this is the best we got to work with.
and here, okay. So when we look at what my guy John Machota, who's out there in practice right now, who we got? Where are they? The safeties. Okay, Dono, Wanye, Elijah Clark, Hooker, Bell. It's difficult, y'all. I think it's probably time for the Wanyes to get out there, at least in deep coverage. I know for sure Elijah Clark, that boy can hit. Boy, that boy, whoo, he can hit. He can do that thing. He can do those things that Dono is doing. But it goes back to the Jerry Jones theory. 10 out of 10. Come on, Gary. Neighbors beating Diggs 10 out of 10. Boy, you crazy. I'm going back to the Jerry Jones theory. I'm paying Donovan Wilson $6 million, you know, and that's just for what it is. I need to see my money in, right? And I get it. You bench Trayvon Diggs for C.J. Goodwin. You can put me in a uniform. I guarantee you, I might not can catch 10 out of 10, but I can catch 5 out of 10 probably against C.J. C.J. can't cover. If you think Trayvon Diggs was bad, C.J. can't cover with good knees, good legs, good speed, and all of this stuff. Yeah. I've been trying to get rid of C.J. for many of years, right? They just keep holding that roster spot for special teams. He's the gunner. Yeah. And this is where we at, ladies and gentlemen. And no offense to CJ.
Sure.
And I agree with you, John, on that one.
But do you just not do anything different or switch it up at all? That's what I'm saying. As a coach, I'm asking you as a coach. If it's constantly not working, do you not have an ace up your sleeve?
Sent some pressures. Probably.
But it did work though. They got all those stops in overtime.
Look at John. that John, boy, he knew what he was doing, man. That John.
Please come home. I got beans and bologna.
And John playing devil's advocate on both sides of it. He said it did work. It stopped in overtime. So John got a point, Foots got a point, and Sky got a point. All 3 points are valid, right? But I feel what Sky is saying too, though, man. Yeah, they did. They did do that.
I love when they bring that up, and I love when they say, well, you know, they pay their guys too. Those are my favorite.
Hey, let's just bring a little light to it, man. We all good, man. We all love each other, man. But hey, there was no comeback after that, because at the end of the day, John was right. You know, we did get them stops in overtime, right? And got a chance to hear from Malik. It was a lot of communication errors, right? So that's just for what it is, Cowboy Nation. Man, oh man, I'm thinking I'm supposed to bring up one more thing, And shout out to my guy John, man. He brings a little levelness to the table, man. And I love what I'm seeing. I love what I'm hearing out of this. And let's continue to grind and shine. Cowboy Nation and everyone that's watching. Yeah. I heard. Let me see, Mad Dog and did something. Let me see.
Fair.
You don't treat Lamar the same way you treat Dak.
Because Dak ain't Lamar.
Well, Lamar hasn't played well in the playoffs. 2-5 all time.
He's won more playoff games than Dak.
But he hasn't played the MVP level in the postseason.
Okay, but he hasn't. But he hasn't been like Fright Night panicky and all of that stuff either.
But he hasn't.
You know what I'm saying? Beneath the pressure, that is a fact.
But he hasn't been great in the postseason.
I agree with that.
Be fair.
I agree with that.
Be fair.
But it's one thing not to be great. It's another thing to be sorry.
You just can't do it, huh?
Yeah. What?
You just can't do it.
It's hard.
There is nothing that you can say positive about that man without you bringing up what he do in the playoffs.
But that's true without me bringing it up.
I can say
that he's a damn good quarterback. And my God, if the regular season was where it stopped, he is MVP caliber. I can say that about Dak Prescott. But unfortunately for him, we get to bring up the postseason, which is when it really counts. And last time I checked, it could be 3 or 4, depending on whether you're a wild card team or not, that you have to win in one playoff season to win a Super Bowl. This brother got 2 in 9 years. I mean, come on, y'all.
Be fair, Steve.
I like Mad Dog checking him, even if it is for banter and laughter. Stephen A. Smith making $40 million a year. I think we all can do that. Let my guy get on with some positive mindset.
Javonte on a touchdown. Yeah. Miles Sanders on a touchdown. Yeah. Pick and Dag on a touchdown. Yeah. 44-yard field goal. Yeah. 64-yard field goal. Yeah. Javonte.
You know, there's many people that would doubt us. Let them continue to doubt us. We're going to make allowance for their doubting too. I remember reading this poem that said, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or lied about, don't deal in lies or hate it, and yet give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can think and not make thoughts your aim, meet with triumph and disaster, treat those two impostors just the same. Listen carefully. If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your whole life for broken and stooped and build back up again with worn out tools. If you can make one heap of all of your earnings to risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, to lose and start again at your beginnings without breathing one word of your loss. If you can walk with kings and presidents nor lose the calming touch. If you can fill the unforgiving minutes with 60 seconds worth of distance run, then you have unlocked the true meaning of what it takes to be a winner, a champion. But ladies and gentlemen, but most importantly, of what it takes to be a man. Sometimes we fall hold to those things. Sometimes we skip out on the same messages and the meanings of those things that I just said. We all fall short of those things, ladies and gentlemen. But that's okay. That's what life is all about. Learning, continue to developing. It's said this before. Once you know everything that you had done here on this particular world, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to be called back to the Creator. So we're still learning. We're still picking up pieces. We're still growing. We're still working out our plan, our mission. We still grinding one day at a time, one movement at a time. So let's continue to elevate ourselves. Cowboy Nation, Ice Cold Cowboy, All Love Show VIP, T-Jack, Sadiq Charles that's in the chat. Come on with it. Put some fires in the chat for me. Put LAW with some fires in the chat for me. Because I was down and out earlier this morning. Yes, when I'm sad and I'm down, I jump on this and we talk Cowboys, we talk football. I get a chance to talk to my family, right? We may not all look the same. We may not all sound the same. But baby, if you cut us, boy, we gonna bleed that silver and blue. And we throwing them hands too. Yeah. We throwing them hands. But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme, and all that you dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, plan for it, or lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold or the poverty or the famish or the fame or the sickness, a body or brain can turn you and you away from the things you want. Listen. Oh yeah, just listen. If dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening, you, Sadiq, so over it, T-Jack, Soul Goddess, to you goddess, to all of the goddesses, and the one God, you will get it, baby. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. See y'all a little later on tonight. We got Super Friends tonight. I want y'all to represent, stand tall or not at all. We all 1-1 over here, 0-2 for the Giants. The damn Eagles are 2-0, but that's okay. But I'm going to stand tall or not at all with mine, baby. And be prepared. So tomorrow, if you guys are in the Dallas area, especially in Arlington, don't meet me there, beat me there. 7:30, Smoke and Chill. Small Cowboys, Clarence Hill, Smoke and Chill. Boy, that messed me up, but that's okay. Let's run it up, baby. Boy. I couldn't say it. Cowboys and Chill. Smoke Chemistry. Come on with it. Yeah.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest.
And Jesse, Holly.
First dive, stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now.
Come on.
No drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might but first dive. Stretch. Tell them run it up. 9 out of 10, rub through my hands, I'm by my lonely.
Hey.
Two is savage, now my baby wants to hold me.
Hey.
I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me.
What we say?
I'm number 1 up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady.
Come on.
The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy.
Come on.
Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me.
Get the ugly face.
I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom.
Come on, baby.
I wake up,
Law.
thumb down now.
Aubrey.
Drip this.
Tell her run it up.
No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might but first dive. Stretch. Tell her run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Tell her run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash,
what we tell them?
But first dive. Stretch. Tell her run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out
Chicago, baby.
I'm Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they get
buried.
Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. to my name.
Credits.
I wake up,
Law.
thumb down, now check. No drip, this.
Come on.
Run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first,
stretch.
Run it up. I wake up,
Law.
thumb down, now check.
Nation.
No drip, this.
Tell them run it up, baby.
No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first, I stretch. Tell them run it up.
Yeah. Hush your mouth, Giants. Hush your mouth.
Give me my theme music.
BTA the Bears, baby. Shout out to you, Duncan Wright. You got us, the poet. The Good Hoodie Channel. Keep it well with us. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Yep.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe me out, breathe you in. Yeah. Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last bite for you. For you. Ooh. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you.
I be your player too. I follow wherever you go.
Whatever you do, player too.
Yeah.
7 years of perfect love. 7 more and another one.
And another one.
And another one. Finding you was the one I lost. 7 wonders all in one.
Be sure, and I mean just that. What we tell them. Don't let the street lights hit you.
Alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you.
I be your player too. I follow.
Wherever you go, whatever you do,
The longest outro in the land. So come on out to the event that we're gonna have tomorrow. Maybe we get you on camera.
doesn't feel that far.
Until next time, DC for life, not for short.
Paper crane can fly. Then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly. Fly on, fly on, fly on.
There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna lead together. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. But I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs a seed. I got you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even giving tangibly,
Them boys.
I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on the, take your phone and stick it on the bucket.
I'm still them boys.
Give me this worship.
Come on.
Give me this worship.
I'm still.
Give me this worship.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Give me this worship.
Come on,
This ain't time to talk.
1,000 people you give $20. 1,000 people you give $20. 1,000 people. Ready? You give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle. We should be able to raise $40,000 tonight just from y'all giving.
Sacrifice.
That's it.
Don't give up the fight. Everything will be alright on any given Sunday. Yeah. Depend on you. If you win or lose, you know you got to pay some dues to live on Monday. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm craziest guy on the planet, Bray. Baby.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Swallowed.
Are you not entertained? Shame.
Are you not entertained? Is this not why you're here?
Shame.
Sounds of soft souls. I did the whole show and didn't even mention my guy, Cooper BB. Ain't this a shame on me, y'all? Let's do another show, man. Let's do another one, man. Let's talk about center of attention. The Cowboys done picked up a guy named France. I forgot to even talk about him, and I ain't talking about Todd. Man, oh man, well, I'll do it on another time, man. Appreciate y'all. One love, DC for life. Hit that like, share this content. HBO once you do it. HBO in the chat. Baby, peace.
Jesus, this is your humble servant, Lord. There's clearly been a miscommunication, Jesus. Just saying this burden is a little bit too heavy for your servant, Lord. I'm just saying, Jesus, my cup running over, Lord.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns. But there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
All of it, Jesus.